There's a... I didn't know there was a bullet, dude! I've done that exact
Hello,
jump
everybody.
before.
Welcome. Welcome. I got the whole community from Dangle over, apparently.
I'm trying to get like some
Welcome to
momentum
the
so I can
Sticky
get a
Ceiling Level Design Contest
exclamation point
event.
song.
I have two people with me
yeah,
here
kinda
today
help me to
who helped me out with
hear
this a
ourselves and
lot.
see what you
With and those
This
people
is
are
a song
Dangle
from
and
one of the
Safros.
originals.
Guys, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Most people know
see a
you
lot
in
of-
chat, I guess. But
I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, we've been cooking a little bit on this for the past few weeks. I had the honor to be invited by Nightdoodle
Wow.
to be a judge, one of the judges
Whoa.
for this Sticky Ceiling Level
Whoa.
Design Contest of this year, and
Whoa.
it's been super exciting. So,
oh, wait, the video audio.
Night,
Sorry.
it seems that your video audio is
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes.
And yeah, like I had the honor, and I am super happy to be here. We just have a very good stream for you guys today with a lot of different things. We're gonna see all those videos as well. So I'm super happy to be here. And yeah, I am Dangle. I play Kaizo very poorly, in case you didn't know. And yeah,
That is
that's it.
not true. Sorry, we have a slight echo apparently. I thought I was thinking about everything, but of course I'm not. I'm trying to move away. I think my mic is just picking up Dangle's sound. I hope
Oh,
it's
you think
fixed now.
is it better now, chat?
I hope
we
it's better
still have
now.
some
With
echo,
me
like
being a
double
bit
voice
further
or
away, it
something?
should be a bit better.
Okay, it's better.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Mistakes were bound to happen. I said that before. So yeah, thank you so much, Dangle, for being here and for doing all this. I will explain more about it in a minute. Safros can introduce himself. Also, Safros will be known by everybody in chat anyway. But in case you don't know Safros, who are you?
Hey everyone, I'm Safros. By the way, I think I'm a bit too loud. I will turn my volume a bit down. Hey everyone, I'm Safros, and yeah, was also invited to this wonderful event here. I love such events. I'm a big fan of these kind of contests, and I was excited to be part of the Sticky Ceiling contest. And who could, have this contest except for the legendary Nightdoodle? So Mr. Sticky Ceiling himself. So really cool to be here, and it was fun to play all these levels and do the judging. So
yeah, so let's
Thank
talk
you.
about this event. What did we do? Why did we do it? As you mentioned before, some people might know that I built SMW ROM hacks sometimes from time to time, and for some reason it kind of escalated with me and a particular custom block that I love to use a lot. And I made a lot of levels revolving around the Sticky Ceiling custom block. It's a block where Mario sticks to the ceiling and you can make lots of fun setups with it. It kind of became a meme. So at one point I went, who would love a Sticky Ceiling level design contest? Maybe. And a few people who are here in chat as well, I can read the names. Hi everybody, you know that I'm referring to you. Went, yeah, I would build a level. So I kind of had to do it. And it turned out to be so fun. And this is the kind of advertisement picture post thingy that I made a few days ago, the Sticky Ceiling Level Design Contest. These are the guys who provided levels that were then played by all three of us. We were the judges, Dangle and Safros were the co-judges, and we all recorded the blind playthroughs of all the levels we got, so we could capture funny moments or confusion or whatever we would run into. And I tried to edit every level into a compilation of, fun moments. And that's what will happen today. We'll talk about our ratings. These are the criteria, by the way. Thank you, Safros. He's trying to remind me of what I'm forgetting to mention. We will show the videos and then we will talk about the rating. These are the criteria. We were trying to look at gameplay, 10 points for gameplay, max. How good does the level feel to play? Is it balanced? Are there any difficulty spikes? Are there bland sections? Is it an overall, like, does the whole thing feel like a good level in terms of gameplay? Is it enjoyable? Creativity, how are you using the Sticky Ceiling? Did you do anything to the Sticky Ceiling? Edit it yourself, edited the ASM, do something creative in general. revolving around that particular block or other sprites connected to it. Then, of course, aesthetics are always an important part of Kaizo Mario level design as well. You're trying to make a good looking level, pick a good soundtrack for it, and all that, so it feels, the whole thing feels, has a good atmosphere and feels great. So that's what we were looking at: graphics, broadly, palettes, music choices. And then, of course, the topic. It is about sticky ceiling, and you can make a fun level, a creative one, have good aesthetics, but it should revolve around sticky ceilings at the end of it, because this contest was trying to focus on sticky ceiling, right? So yeah, another 10 points max for the topic. And then everybody submitted a level. Most people also provided a clear video as I asked. Not everybody did, I think. Not a problem. We figured it out. Yeah, but we did get 5 entries, which were all fun to play in their own way. Some parts of the levels felt better than others sometimes, and we had to make a decision. We had to rate it based on those criteria, and we had to find a winner. So what I would like to do today is just show the videos one after another, and then we will talk about the ratings. Sorry, I kind of, I'm not stopping, I can't stop talking right now, but the chat is really active too.
Yeah.
All right.
And just to mention it, so all the levels that we played would be great in a hack on their own, but we had to compare them to each other and do the judging. So if you feel like the points are not as you wanted them to be, just always think about we had to compare and we had to take the best there.
I would like to follow up a little bit with that before we start, and it's that the job of judging is not great. I I don't love it in the sense that I feel that competitions are hard, right? In the sense of people might be feeling that they feel bad because they are not number one, or they feel bad because they are, not judged according to what they thought they should be judged. Like it's a tricky situation when the last thing I want personally, and I know that Nidoodle shares this and Saffros as well. The last thing we want is for people to feel discouraged, for people to feel like what they did doesn't matter because it's not as good as the other, or like this kind of thing. We want everyone to keep creating. And I speak for myself when I say I am not a creator. So for me, it's a very entitled position when I get everything for free from every one of you. So your creativity is what keeps us going too. So every single one of you and of the entries is amazing in its own merit. And yeah, GG everybody to all the contestants already. Thank you so much everybody for sharing and submitting. And it is difficult for us to also judge, but at the end of the day, this was a contest, and we had to, kind of give a number to each one of these things. But we just want all of you guys to keep creating these things, so entitled people like me with no creativity can keep playing them for free and then judging them, because that's the way the world works. But no kidding. Just thank you everybody for making these things, and yeah, let's enjoy what the competition is about for sure.
Hey, 100% agree. I had so much fun. I enjoyed every single level, and it was almost a pity that I had to rank them and put them in an order because everybody was so recognizable. We will talk about that later anyway. So yes, 100%. Please keep making these hacks. Every single submission was great. It was so much fun. So let's jump right into it. I will pull over this one. We're starting with The True Common Sense. I play the video. I hope the sound works. Feeling is believing. Now I got it. It's a rhyme. It's a play of words. Not too bad. A pun. We have flowers. That is meant to bribe me in some way, I think. I'll just ignore those flowers. Nice and simple overworld.
Sealing is believing. All right. Fair enough. That's very custom. Very, very custom palette.
So here. Oh my god. Okay, there are broken ceilings too, like these ones. Okay.
I think you throw it up upwards, and then it should wake up and fall, maybe? That's my... Yeah, that's what happens. Okay.
Going in. Ceiling is believing. Let's go. That is the sticky ceiling. Those Galoombas have sunglasses. Amazing. Okay, 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 okay. Those are, I don't know, vines. Oh, those are pixelated vines. Now I see it. And that's a broken piece of sticky ceiling. That one doesn't work. Nice, nice detail.
Like the Goombas with the sunglasses.
Okay, that is tough. A regrab throw is, it's not an easy trick.
Also, the HDMA background is kind of... Whoops, the TheTrueCommonSense trademark. He used those a lot in Arkin. So, good to see them back.
Bam, over here. Up. Up. Bam! Nice. Ah.
Oh, yeah, of course I can't go upper than that.
Nice. Okay, those jumps feel oddly familiar. Very TheTrueCommonSense-like. So I need to let go of the run button to toss the springboard, but at the same time, I need to re-grab. I can't full jump. So that's what's tricky about this one for me right now.
Let's go. And the hedgehogs. Oh, fuck.
Which one is good? Which one is bad? There's a warning. Is the warning for the upper one or for the... Yeah, I guess I can't get the first one, but... I don't understand.
Wow, okay. What are you trying to tell me? Take care, watch out. We have a checkpoint, nice.
And keep holding. Okay. Disco shell. Okay, let's do it. Oh, different sticky ceiling. Oh, sweet. Nice.
Oh god. Yeah, it's impossible to read.
I love disco shells. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna be struggling. Love the background though. Ah.
One more regrab.
Oh, there's a key there. I couldn't see it. I think there's a key. The color blindness is a difficult thing, and I don't put this on the contestants. They either didn't know or they don't need to know me or make a level for me by any means. Just know that I am colorblind, and that's gonna be a thing in my judgment of the levels as well.
Almost. Okay, that's a tough last jump. I just assume it's the last jump. Feels like a finale.
So it's essentially dying until I get the muscle memory of the level. Just because I can't really read it. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Here we go. Nice. Good flow. Okay, the goalpost is very signature as well.
If you're ever gonna use this level for something else, in there.
Okay. Fine. Yo, let's go. Sweet. Cool. That was fun.
Please give it up in chat for the true common sense. It was an enjoyable level. I will pull up the rating now. And I'm trying to not spoil any of you. So I put it here first and then... So, what did you think about the level? What were your... how did you rate it, guys?
Maybe first a bit before we go to the points. What did you think about the level, and what did catch you by surprise, and so on? So let me start, because someone mentioned it already in the chat. I was a bit surprised, and I thought I also, but seems like I forgot
Sorry.
it. Because the midway was like it was a bit hidden, because it didn't look like a typical midway, and I didn't see it in the first on first sight, and jumped over it.
Yeah,
Then I
did you...
died and needed to replay the whole first section.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, damn you, common sense. You make me play 2 sections at once, and yeah. In the end, I found out there is a midway, but yeah, if you repixel all your stuff, it's sometimes hard to see if this is a midway or not.
Yeah, so I saw that because Safros, you were sending in clips only, and so you did the capture the last 30 seconds thing on OBS, and one of the clips was, okay, I got to the midway, and the next one was, oh right, I'm playing the first part again, and I was a bit confused by that, and I didn't even realize until now. Yeah, you skipped the checkpoint. Because what the true common sense loves to do is pixelate custom checkpoints, and some of them are obviously not as visible as others, and that goes for some other elements of his levels too. And maybe Dangle would like to jump in there, because...
Yeah, I think this is... It's a tricky thing, because I feel like at this point, people who know me, they know my stance on the custom sprites and palettes and this kind of thing, right? I am much bigger fan of more vanilla aesthetics than I am of changing everything. And I feel like it's a trend that is becoming more and more prominent. And especially from hacks coming from the German community, this is something that we see more and more often, to the point where some levels are very difficult to read if you have the Super Mario World mentality, right? So trying to read something like that becomes really difficult. I feel like this level is a good example of done to the point where it works very well, and then a notch up, like one level up, when it becomes more difficult to read. I feel like the first section of the level is, even though it's very custom, it's very readable. The second part of the level is quite the opposite. It's a little bit more complicated to read, and that becomes a problem when you are the player. Things like the fact that Saffros skipped the checkpoint is I think it's a good testament of that. Like, when it becomes a little too much, right? In the case of me as a colorblind player, this is something that again that I cannot blame the creators for this. Like people, they don't have to create a level knowing how a colorblind person will read a level or not. Right? It's pretty difficult to do it. There are many types of colorblindness too. It's quite impossible to just cover everything. But the key that you need to take on the second part of the level, I just didn't see it. It's very hard for me to see. And
Okay.
I died. I think the this is the clip version, but the original video, it's me trying for several minutes and dying to the section without knowing what I was doing wrong, just because I didn't know there was a key involved. And that who do you blame there? Like nobody, I guess. But I would say this level in general feels really good, and I think, in my opinion, this is the most traditional sticky ceiling level of the bunch. If we go by what we have played in the past and how sticky ceiling is usually utilized in Kaizo ROM hacks, I feel like this is the most traditional one. And it's like throw the item up there and just like slide a little bit, wait a little bit, do a couple of regrabs and use it in that way to traverse the level horizontally more than in a more brainy way or something like that, which is valid and it's fine. But I would say that even though it's the most traditional one of the bunch, I think it's still a very, very fun level. And the music was something that I also considered, in which I think the music of this level was not very intrusive and it felt good. And it was never making you feel nervous or making you feel like you were losing already because it goes so high octane. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, I would like to mention that even me, as a non-colorblind person, I hardly saw that key. So that part of the palette, it was tricky even for me. It was very dark. It was radiating with a nice animation, but it was not very visible. So me too, I would go for just a white outline of a key, as you usually should. You have a dark background, and it should work in the second part of the level. Yeah, it's a more or less dark blue. Like a white would really be more visible. As for the level design, I completely agree. It just feels like a traditional sticky ceiling level. Some of the setups. So I don't know. I think you played Arkan 2, didn't you, Dango? I think you played that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about all the submissions of people that I knew levels of. That it was so recognizable. That the level design style and the way they use graphics and aesthetics was so on brand. That's what I enjoyed. Apart from having to rate, of course, and having to compare how much did I personally enjoy the level design. I really loved Arkin. It was the TheTrueCommonSense's first hack too, so he doesn't have that much experience. Had like, I don't know what, 10 levels, and now this is one of the next levels he made. But I really liked it, and I feel like, yeah, the way he designs levels is he likes to pixelate stuff himself. He likes to make his own midway points, for instance. He always has to do that in a level. That's so on brand. And also his own goal posts. But that comes at the cost of sometimes you don't recognize what he wants from you at first. And yeah, so I would agree. It's a fun level. It is hard to read at times just because of the graphics, for instance. But I enjoyed it so much. I don't know. I enjoyed all the levels because I didn't know what to expect, and those people put in work just to contribute in this contest. It might be worth to mention that the contestants only had 4 or 5 weeks for their submissions, because I set a really tight deadline too. So I don't know if you had that on mind. It was really on a tight schedule. If you work full time or you do whatever. FLIO is doing his high school degree right now, I think. So everybody really was on a tight schedule and had to pull this off in a short time. Not much time to optimize and to have play testers. So yeah, it was a great level. It would fit right into the second hack that I hope TheTrueCommonSense is going to make. So I hope this will reoccur in the next hack, and maybe he can use some of the feedback that all of us provided.
It is incredible, right? Like the short amount of time that they all had to work on these things, and these submissions are so mature as a level. They do not feel like they submit in a beta level. It's a full-fledged level that works perfectly fine, and it's very impressive.
Yes, absolutely. And I know some of the contestants would have loved to have more time. I increased the deadline by 1 week for a few people. You know that I'm talking to you. But still, it's if you're very what's the word? If you're perfectionistic, is that an English word? If you really want to optimize your level, that's not a lot of time. If you really want to have 3 playtesters and optimize it, but that's the nature of the contest too. You have to stick to the deadline, and then at one point you will just have to submit it no matter what. And that goes for the True Common Sense as well. I know that he would have loved to optimize it more, have more playtesters look at it. So it made me happy to see what he did. Also the little details on the overworld. We didn't rate the overworld, but some people did a great job on that too. So
yeah, I had to stop myself sometimes to talk about the overworld because some of these have fantastic overworlds, and I was like, okay, I'm not supposed to talk about this, unfortunately, but holy, they are good.
Yes, absolutely. We will see more of those later. So we got this rating. Safros, would you like to say a few words too? Or you missed the checkpoint? What else? Did you like the level? Sorry.
I just need to look up the rating by myself. So give me a second.
Don't worry about it.
So regarding gameplay, I had a lot of fun with this, except for like the checkpoint thingy. I'm really I'm not that bad at reading custom stuff. I really like them to introduce by myself too in my levels. So I don't need that much vanilla stuff there. That's fine. But that's why gameplay wise I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I had a lot of fun with it. It was really flowing really well. And yeah, that's the thing. So regarding gameplay, just had a lot of fun. The only down thing that we had was like the key, and I was like, yeah, okay, just the outland thing. And after I saw it, I was like, okay, but this plays really well, except for 1 or 2 things. This was really readable, and I had a lot of fun, so I gave a 9. By the way, should we do we go everyone by gameplay now, or should I go through all my?
I'm not sure if we want to go into it in much detail. I think.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I don't know. I was not
I
gonna.
think I already said what I really had to say.
Exactly.
About
So
the
these
whole
are the
level.
points that we gave. And we pretty much, I think, I was trying not to look at your points, by the way, and I didn't for the most part. You know, sometimes you're biased, but what the other people type in. But I was surprised that more or less we had the same opinion most of the time. Of course, we have some differences. I really gave high points on the topic here, for instance, because it's sticky ceiling, and those are fun setups. Not the most creative ones in terms of I haven't seen those before, but I enjoyed it a lot. There was sticky ceiling everywhere, so I gave a high number there, for instance, and Dangle and Safros also a high number, but like slightly lower. But all in all, we pretty much we are around the 30 points mark out of 40 points in total. That's why the whole rating went down to 92 out of 120, which is great, I think.
Common sense. If you see this, you made 1 cutoff in there.
Yeah, I found that one too right in the beginning.
I was a bit sad.
Yeah, that's just us Germans being too particular about cutoffs and stuff like that. But it was a great level. I enjoyed it very much. Should we move on to the next one? What do you guys think? I think I spoiled everybody with nitrogen anyway, so let's just hop into nitrogen's level then.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's check out the Black Powder Tower. I don't understand this level.
5 seconds in, I don't understand this level.
Right. Okay, I do remember, but not everything.
Let's go into this. Okay, lots going on here. Wood. Okay.
So, the level features bullet bills, which makes sense. Because it's called Black Powder Tower. Ooh. Creators like to use nets in all different kinds of colors for different functions, different custom blocks. It's kind of an easy solution if you don't want to pixelate something yourself. Because I don't think you can publicly access. I don't know. I don't think there's a sticky ceiling graphics somewhere on SMW Central.
Up. Up. Wait. Up here. Okay, we need to have more flow here. Up.
This level is incredibly hard to read. Incredibly hard to read. Visuals are messy.
Go up there, then door, and then the final room doesn't have a checkpoint. That was a bit mean. That's why I need to use the clear video. Oh, and we're on a very tight timer too. 40 seconds for the level. So this is really an adrenaline rush kind of level. Very different to what we saw earlier.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we made it this far. Timing. I'm bad at timing. I'm bad at timing. Whoa! Nice.
I feel like it's antagonistic to the player. If any player has played any Mario Kaizo Mario hacks, they will know that the net is actually your enemy. Not your friend. Hey, listen, there is no checkpoint there. That stuff. Oh, you have to stop yourself immediately, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you have to do there to survive. But I think so.
I have no idea. Because if I keep jump pressed, I'll shoot right over the key. Almost feels like it's slightly misplaced.
So what happens after, though? Oof. In there. And that was the level.
Okay, here we go. That is a nice last setup. It's well made. All that it lacks is a checkpoint, because you really need it right there. There's no way you can read that on site.
Oh my god, this took me so many tries.
Yeah, so that was Nitrogen's level. And yes, I used a checkpoint, a save state, and so did Saffros. The only person who didn't was Dangle, I think. You just pulled, you just did it. You endured it, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't have save state.
After 30 minutes in the first part, I was like, oh, fuck this, I need to move on.
Yeah.
To be honest, the to not have a checkpoint there and start like, if you don't react in like the first second, you totally messed up the whole stuff and need to redo it again. It felt so unfair, and I was a bit salty there. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to redo all the stuff, and that's why I did the save state there. To be honest, so
yeah, it's a tough level.
It is very tough. It's very different from typical modern Kaizo levels, and that's for a reason too. I might want to add that as a disclaimer, because Nitrogen is the only participant who's not a Kaizo player himself, and who, I think, by the intro he gave, never really made a Kaizo level before.
That is crazy to me.
Yes.
I by the way, I didn't know this. I'm just like, being told this thing. I had no idea.
Oh, sorry, Dangle. He
No, I actually appreciate it because I would have judged that differently, and I think it wouldn't have been fair to the other levels as well. It's good to know now for sure, and I can rephrase my words now that we are like saying these things live. But it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So Nitrogen is a person who loves to participate in any kind of contest. Since I did a bit of research, since I don't know 2013. So he's been in the game for very long, but a lot of that time was Kaizo was not a big thing, right? He's just participating in all the contests. He's making great levels, I think. He's participating in a lot of VLDC contests, for instance, but he just wanted to dip his toes into Kaizo. And I think he looked at other Kaizo levels. He was trying to put it in the mid to, he said himself, maybe it's high intermediate kind of difficulty. Of course, we have different difficulty levels right now, but at the time that the contest started and everything. So yeah, I was amazed by that too. And I had it in mind, of course, because I read his message when he sent me the level. But still, we have to judge it considering that this is a Kaizo level, and we know Kaizo levels, we have a lot of experience with the visuals, for instance. And part of the problems I had with the levels, aside from the lack of a checkpoint, which would have been an easy fix, because it's not an easy room. You have to figure out what to do, and the level before, it's not very long, but it's on a tight timer. It's very tense. It's very high adrenaline. It depends a lot on timing, and once you figure it out and then you die to that just because you have no clue what to do, just discouraged me so much. I set the checkpoint myself, so to say. But the other problem was the way the graphic he used for the sticky ceiling was a net. A yellow net. And usually a yellow net is, I'm not sure if it always kills Mario. I think sometimes it's a sprite killer, but for sure it's not a sticky ceiling usually. So if you play Kaizo Mario to the level that you can beat a mid to high intermediate level, you would be confused by this. So that's one issue I had with the level. Regardless of that, it was a fun level. It was well made. It had a good concept. It was called Black Powder Tower. You had bullets everywhere shooting. It made sense. It has a good atmosphere. Just looking at the clear video is fine. It's great. It's cool. It's a nice concept. He also made it in a few hours only, by the way. He said like he made it mainly in 4 hours and then he polished it for a few more hours. So he might be the participant who spent the least time on polishing the level too. Yeah. And considering all that, it's such a great entry. But we had to give a rating, and this is the rating.
Yeah, I think if it's okay for me to talk about
yes,
the level. I think there are several things that, in my opinion, played against the level in terms of like I think you can see it reflected in the score, mostly in the aesthetics department, and I think it has to do mostly with how everything combined creates something that feels more aggressive than it does inviting. And that's why you see me in the first 3 seconds of the level saying like this is really hard to read, because immediately I realized that the background clashes with the bullet bills, that clashes with a net, that I don't know if it's good or not, that like everything at the same point. Plus we have a very, very high octane song that I know it's gonna become a problem, because it's gonna push you to go, to be on that state of mind when you are nervous the entire time, just because the song playing is so aggressive, and that doesn't really help. Well, then you see there is a timer. Is there's another thing on top, right? I think the thing that hurts the level the most, in my opinion, is the net. Using the net as a sticky ceiling sprite is something that definitely feels counterintuitive to what you normally would find in a regular Kaizo hack, and that's a big problem. Plus, the background is, I understand it's thematic. It goes with the name of the level. It's the idea that this person had, the creator had, about a black powder thing. But it creates a poor contrast in the level. Plus, it's a very blind level since it is a vertical level, and that's another thing on top of everything. Now, is the section well designed in the end? Yes, it is. Once you understand that the net doesn't kill you, it's a great level that can flow pretty well. That is meant to make you think a little bit too. It's not just go go go. At many points, you have to stop yourself and then you're like, okay, what is next? And you need to time yourself, but you have no time. So it's a tricky situation that I think adds fun to the level as well. And definitely the second part needs either a moment to think or a checkpoint, because it is indeed just, I'm shooting you to your death. Figured it out, right? And I think that's it. That's what I would have to say. Like, otherwise, the level works well. Like I said, it's clearly well thought in terms of the design that it follows and what you're supposed to do. If the visuals of the level were different, softened, and the music was a little softened as well, I think it would be just a fantastic thing that I had very little to say about.
Yes, yeah, Jin Rokh, there's also a timer, so you can't wait too long. It's a 40-second level. You can wait for a bit. You can time some jumps, but it's 40 seconds. You can run out of the timer.
Yeah, you have a short timer.
Yeah, but I do agree. It feels like that, and I think it reflects. Maybe it's me knowing that that Nitrogen made a lot of levels before, just not Kaizo levels. But I feel like he knows how to use Lunar Magic, how to design levels very well. This is just his very first time making a Kaizo level, and considering that, it's great. But it has all those small issues that you would kind of figure out when playing a lot of Kaizo, when getting feedback by playtesters a lot. That he would be able to change those things. He would be able to, find a different graphic for the sticky ceiling for starters, adjust the contrast and everything, set a checkpoint. I think he just didn't have it in mind. If you design a Kaizo level without playing Kaizo yourself, you would use save states anyway, right? So I don't want to keep talking about that too much, but yeah, as Kaizo players, of course, we don't want to use save states. So it goes against our code, kind of. It did feel bad, guys, to use a save state. But it was also frustrating at the time. But yeah, I would agree. It's considering all that, it's a great level. That's why I said all the entries were fun in a way. It was great that he participated in this kind of contest, that he went into thinking about how can I use sticky ceiling in Kaizo level, and that was fun. But compared to the other entries, especially the one before, because we don't know the ratings of the next ones, of course. It lacks a bit in the gameplay and the aesthetics department, for sure. It is very creative. It does stick to the topping. Topping. Yum. I need to eat something apparently.
Topping. It's because of sticky ceiling, the topping.
Yeah, the
We're getting
sticky
pizza
ceiling
tonight.
topping.
Pizza
But
party
yeah,
now.
especially compared to the other ones, it lacks a bit in those departments, but still it's a good level. That's why that's not a bad score, is it? It's above average for sure. And I think we all mean that. We didn't it's a solid level. It has points you can criticize, and we did that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as we think everyone mentioned already, I think some more time could have gone into the aesthetics of it. Not like it needs to be beautiful, but like contrast wise, and is everything visible. So these are the most important part. A level doesn't need to be beautiful, but it needs to be readable and not hard to look at. Let's say it like this, because some colors were like not matching each other, so you had a hard time to look at this. And that's the thing. Sometimes it's enough to match the color palettes to have a good aesthetics to the level. And that's why I couldn't give that many points. But yeah, as you already said, gameplay wise, I think the only downside I found had was like we didn't have the midway was a big downside for me, because I felt salty and I didn't feel the flow too much then. I need to replay the whole stuff. And the timer was a bit too tight for me, at least. Of course, you could wait, but like the music was pushing you. You still saw the timer that it's running, and you didn't want to wait. And I wasn't feeling the flow because you needed to wait at some points. And I'm really bad at timing, and I get a bad time if I don't if I need to wait at some point and need to get the timing correct. But this might be just a me thing, but that's why I couldn't give like more than 7 points there. But yeah, it's still a good level and still creative, because I haven't seen any level where you have vertical level, especially with the bullet bills. So if we think about that, this is like the first Kaizo level of some creator, and already tried the hard thing, because vertical levels, I think vertical levels are really hard to pull off, or at least harder than horizontal levels.
Absolutely, yeah, they are in general. They're usually blind. That's what Dangle mentioned too. It's hard to make them not blind. You have to really think about level design and how to use the camera, how to create spaces where the player can either wait so the camera adjusts, or you have special camera blocks. It's always tough to make a non-blind vertical level, for sure. So he took the extra challenge in a way. But yeah, that's what we got. 83 points in total. And looking at the time, maybe we want to move on. What do you guys think? I think some people in chat
absolutely,
are...
but GG.
Yeah, GG, of course. Give it up. Give it up in chat for Nitrogen. Thank you so much for contributing. Absolutely. Nitrogen clap. There we go. What do you think? People in chat are excited. They want to see their levels. They want to know their rating. Who do we have next? We have Jin Rokh, FLIO, and Spedinja left. Let's go with Jin Rokh, shall we? Let's move right to it.
Frontier Caverns. Okay, we found it. Jesus, it was quite hidden. Let's do this. Okay.
Okay, cool. Frontier Caverns. Let's go in there. Wow. Okay, really. Oh my god. Really short P-Timer.
Schau mal. Cool. Boah, das ist auch... Oh, der Sprung ist krampfig. Nice. Bin direkt hooked.
Okay. I think I know what to do. Okay, I need to throw it way later.
Okay, das habe ich jetzt noch nicht verstanden. Oh, das sind das... Okay, vielleicht sind das auch Walljump-Blöcke, keine Ahnung.
Uff. This is a change in pacing and difficulty, isn't it?
Ja, okay. Now what? Droppen? Das sind ganz schön taffe Tricks hier. Oh boy. Droppen wahrscheinlich, ne? Oder?
A jump would be cool here.
Bislang waren die Level schwer zu lesen, hatten aber ein recht... Ich muss es direkt werfen. Was wollte ich sagen? Schwer zu lesen, aber wenn man es einmal wusste, von der Execution recht leicht. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, hier ist das Gegenteil. Richtig gut lesbar, aber ein bisschen tough.
Wait, is this a down drop? Probably. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. We.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, finally got it. Took me like 10 minutes or so. Oh my god. Jin Rokh, the coin where the silver P-switch fell out confused me so much because I thought I need to jump there and do something.
Das ist geil. Okay, das muss auch mal benutzt werden. Vielleicht kommt das noch vor. Was ich machen will, ist darüber schnell. Okay, was will ich machen? Wo kommt der P-Switch her? Der war da oben. Junge, ich glaube, das ist ein geiles Level. Let's go.
The only reason I knew what to do was because I died to that 20 times. If I didn't, I wouldn't have a single idea of what is expected of me.
Ich glaube, ich will einfach wieder nach rechts rennen. Typisches Jin Rokh Setup. Nice. Okay, cool. Knappe 5. Okay, das ist geil.
Nice. Oh. Okay. Okay. Good. Like it. Really flowy.
Egal. So. Ah! Was? Ah!
I don't get it, dude. I don't get this level. What do you want from me, man?
Damn you, Jin Rokh. Damn you.
Du!
And I think my problem on the second part, the thing that is killing me, is actually neutraling, which you would naturally do when you know this ASM. But if you don't neutral, then you can do it much easier. I still think that that is not necessary. In there. Yump.
Up, up. Ooh. Oh my god. Let's go. Jump!
Das hat so einen guten Flow.
No pressure, Nidoodle. Where's the jump?
Ah, let's go. That's embarrassing, man. P-switch. P-switch. Ah, sorry. Sorry. I know.
Okay,
The pressure was on.
Level.
The pressure was on.
Gutes Level. Na gut.
Here we go. That was Jin Rokh's level. So, how did we like the readability in particular, Dango?
Yeah, I want to start. I want to start with this level. This level means something to me, and I think it's out of all the levels of the competition is the one that I approached with a different in a different way, I guess. And it is because Jin Rokh is someone close to me in my community as well. So I know Jin Rokh. I care about Jin Rokh, and I have play tested, Grancis as well, and my approach to that was a little bit different. It's someone that I consider a fantastic creator, someone that I consider very creative, very wholesome, very kind, and I have nothing but good things to say about him. So when I approached to judge this level, it was very difficult because I wanted to be neutral to the whole thing. Like I don't want to favor anyone in any particular way, right? It doesn't matter if it's my friend, if it's someone I care about. I gotta say, this level was of all the competition the hardest for me to beat. This is a level that I had to approach in 2 sessions. In fact, in total, the level took me, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. But I had to do it in 2 sessions because the level was so much for me. So the first section I do on my first, session, and the second section is on my second session that happens a couple of days after when I take the last few levels. And I say I have to go back to Jin Rokh's level with a fresh head and try again and do it, because I didn't want to be mean as well, because I got salty. I got very salty at 2 setups in particular, 1 per section, and that was the problem. On the first section, there is like a little notch with a silver P switch and a little notch on top with a coin that does nothing for you as the player except killing you. And I never understood why that is there, right? I think we're going to see the video, yeah. And it's something that is incredibly confusing. It kept killing me. I died to that thing 100 times before realizing that I don't need to pay attention to that at all. I just need to grab the switch and go back. So I never understood why that happened. It was very frustrating at first. And then I had to approach the second section on a different day just because I was like still salty about the first part, right? And in the second section, what happened to me, there is a section with a Koopa, with a blue Koopa. This part in particular is the one I'm talking about. And then the second section, there is this Koopa section. There is a blue Koopa that you need to use the Koopa and the shell to continue moving forward. I was able to clear that section in 3 different ways. I could have taken my time and dropped the shell. I could have done it in one go. I could have done it with a jump. And I did the 3 of them in 3 different moments. And I had to choose which one was best for me because the section was very confusing. It's very difficult to read what is expected of you as a player in that particular section, in both of the sections of the level. That being said, and that is the negative that I have to say about the level. I would say the colors are very neutral, and then the background makes it very samey. I personally would either make something more vibrant or maybe change the background to something more vibrant so it contrasts better, because I feel like it's very samey, it's very neutral, it's very, like kind of these earth colors that do not showcase how freaking cool the level is in terms of gameplay, because it flows like crazy. This level is one of the most satisfactory levels to play in terms of how it flows. It's insanely fun. Once you know what to do, once you know where to go, it just flows in one go. You don't need to stop. It's fantastic. So the only thing that this level needs is a little bit of polish for a few things, and that's it. But it was very, very difficult. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. It's just a hard level.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it is very hard. I want to jump in there, and I want to mention the coin that confused the 2 of you so much. For some reason, it didn't confuse me as much. I needed a few goes, but I like to stop and think about the setup and then try to figure out before I have my next go. And for some reason, because I know a lot of Jin Rokh levels by now. That's where the meme comes from, by the way. Typical Jin Rokh setup, one that you have to think about and you don't understand instantly. But then at one point, once you got it, it flows very well. But that coin especially, it's in there because the P switch is falling down. It's a brown block, and it turns into a coin. That is, however, it is confusing because coins are used as indicators, and there is a way to remove that for sure. You can I don't know what, make it invisible, make a custom coin. And I'm sure, Jin Rokh, you will do that because you have a way of polishing your levels to the max. You're taking a lot of patience for the hack this is made for. So this is not in particular made for the contest. It was made in the same time frame, but it's going to be in the hack that Jin Rokh is working on right now. So this is a playtest too, in a way. So all the feedback is very good. It's very valuable. And yeah, but what Dangle said, definitely it flows extremely well. That's what I'm used to from Jin Rokh by now. Of course, there has been a progress in him making levels, but at this point, every level I play from Jin Rokh, I expect to have a very good flow, to have tight jumps, to have tight corners, tight gaps. You have to re-grab a lot. You really have to. It's different. It doesn't play. The level doesn't play itself. So it really is enjoyable. And again, it's very on brand. It's a very Jin Rokh kind of level without the meme. It really feels great. And I was just lucky, I think, compared to the two of you, because I think Safros was also struggling with it a lot, with reading it before being able to read. For some reason, I figured it out a bit earlier, so I had more fun with it in general, I think, than the two of you. But the issues remain, and I see the issues, and I think Jin Rokh will be able to tackle them and make a great level of this. It's already a great level, but even improve it more. So yeah, that's how I would explain my rating. So if you would like to add to that, Safros, feel free.
Yeah, just the thing. This is the only level where I needed to look up the clear video because I was so the silver coin made me think so much about how I was even like, oh, I need to jump on the damn switch so I can progress. And was like, no, that can't be the that can't be the setup. This is so goddamn hard. And I was even struggling before where you needed to drop the shell and do a wall jump, but with neutral D-pad. And I tried so many things before clearing the setup. So that's like a Jin Rokh thing. The flow of the level is so nice and the setups are so cool, but some of them are so hard to read. And if you know how to play them, this feels so fucking good. But and this was so fun, even if it was hard, yes. But they were so creative and so nice. But if you don't know what to do, the gameplay feels a bit weird at first. And then
but
it becomes really fun when you get it. But yeah.
Absolutely, you have to figure it out. That's what Jin Rokh, I know that that's what he's going for too. He wants to make new setups that you haven't seen before, and sometimes creativity comes at a cost, right? If you make a setup that nobody played like this before because it's new, but if you don't recognize it as a player and it's complicated, you have to have a certain order of arranging your jumps, then it is hard to read sometimes. But that's what playtesting is for, and that's what Dangle does, by the way. And by the way, everybody, I would like to provide the whole blind playthroughs if you want, or if Dangle agrees to that, and just uploaded it unlisted so you can look at it in detail, because especially Dangle gave so much valuable feedback for everybody. So I might do that later. I mean, most of it you mentioned, you also mentioned now, Dangle, but yeah, if that's okay, I would just upload it.
Yeah, you
send
can
it to
share
them
with the
privately,
creators if you want directly or something.
Yeah.
If it's something you think that they will help them, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So this is what we came up with, a total rating of 97. I think all of us really enjoyed the level. There were some losses in the aesthetics department, because I agree. I think that's always a discussion I have with Jin Rokh. A level should look really good. I personally like to tweak the palette a lot, and also like to make the background not too busy, but a bit more exciting, a bit more engaging. And this was a bit bland palette-wise. It was pretty gray. That's why I only gave 7 out of 10 points there.
Yeah. Here's the thing too, right? I am so invested also in Grancis that I want Grancis to be the best it can be.
Yeah.
And that's it's one of those things that I just want that hack to be fucking amazing, and that's why my criticism might come to Jin Rokh like, oh, he's being more critical of me than he's being more critical of the other creators, and maybe I am, but it's just because I'm so invested in Jin Rokh and the hack that I just wanted to be like, because I know he can do it. Like that's the thing as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I get that because just watching Jin Rokh putting so much time and effort, so many months, like it's been more than a year, I think, into one hack, making so many levels and wanting to tweak them all. He has a whole set of playtesters for different functions too. He mentioned to me when I met him in person. So yeah, but of course we wanted to rate this as objectively as possible. So we did. You're always subjective, of course, but yeah, this is the rating we got, and I think it's pretty solid. Safros gave the most points, by the way. I'm realizing right now. It's almost a perfect level from your rating, right?
Like 4, 5, 6 points missing. So
yeah. You can. There's still room to improve. Yes, of course, but it's a
Yeah.
great level. Really, GG. Give it up for Jin Rokh in chat, of course. Clap. Thank you so much, Jin Rokh. Moving on, I would suggest. We have 2 more levels. There's Spedinja and FLIO. I don't know. We could have a poll or anything, but I will just pull up FLIO's level next. So let's find that one.
This is Wondrous Borealis. Fantastic song though. Oh, you can also, damn. Which is good, man. Oh shit. Oh, it wraps around. Okay, that's very cute.
So, ich konnte die Aufnahme nicht schnell genug starten. FLIOs Beitrag. Ich muss einmal resetten. Achtung. Ich bin ein Gänseblümchen. Du oller Schleimer, FLIO. Ich habe gehört, man kann sich am Titlescreen bewegen. Screen Wrap. Es ist schon sehr viel Mühe hier reingeflossen. I'll give you that.
Wondrous Borealis. Okay. I think all of this just takes you, yeah, it just kind of like auto walks you, which is fuck. It's difficult because you're being carried by the thing.
Let's go, ich bin richtig gespannt. Moment. Musik, geil, die ist aus Mario Kart. Was machen die Coins? Okay, die Coins, die sind auch aus dem Wonder. Das ist verrückt.
I got stuck somehow.
Okay. Ooh. Let's go. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. That's really cool. And we need to hunt the block.
Ja. Warum nach oben werfen? Okay.
Well, that didn't die. And that's what you do. You wait. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Very cool.
Geil. Oh! Nice. Okay, what the fuck? Moment. Das ist eine Anspielung an das Setup, habe ich erkannt. Cool.
Wow, that's tricky, dude. Okay. That is so confusing. I really... Oh, man. Fucks with my brain a little bit.
Jumps. Aber wie gesagt, ich habe ja darum gebeten, wenn möglich Low to Mid Intermediate. Das ist so cool. Nice.
Okay, nice. Nice, 8. Cool.
No! Wait, I don't understand. How do I make it up there? It does. It does. I was not ready for that.
Bin ich selber verwirrt. Ich mache einfach mit trotzdem. Gesundheit. Was ist passiert? Ah, okay, da muss ich... Stimmt, genau. Ich kann nicht gegenlenken. Das heißt, Spinjump, kleiner Spinjump.
Oh yeah, you can. All right. All right. Oh God, yeah, my brain doesn't really compute. Okay. What am I doing there?
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
What? Fine. Oh. No. Der war schon längst weg. Ich muss das alles schneller spielen. Der Paragaluma war gar nicht mehr da. Vielleicht habe ich den zu früh getriggert oder so.
Okay, I'm confused.
That thing was spawned too low. Teleporting flower? Got stuck again.
Woo. Okay, this was like try 5. Okay, the timing is wild. Oh, I know that. Okay, funny reference. Nice.
So geht's. Wonderflower. Und jetzt? Ja, hahaha.
Oh, so close.
Geil, richtig Wonder-Feeling. Oh mein Gott.
I do one of those assisted mid-airs, I guess, right? In there. That is a very nice touch. I love the little silly bonus at the end, the free mid-air, like everything is just silly and funny.
Cool, und auch diese Pflanzen, die Seeds aus Mario Wonder. Der Hintergrund, warum scrollt er nicht mit? Auch das eine Kleinigkeit, da war wahrscheinlich die Zeit weg, ne? Kann man nicht vorstellen, dass das absichtlich war. Geil. Okay, was ein Ride. Okay. Das muss ich nochmal spielen, weil das ist technisch wahnsinnig beeindruckend. Das sieht richtig gut aus. Viel, sehr gezielter Fanservice an mich persönlich. Alright, there we go. That was FLIO's Level. Amazing. What a ride. Yeah, sorry again for speaking German. I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I don't know why. But it's the blind playthrough. I couldn't, re-record it. So here we go. I could have added subtitles, but here we go. That was FLIO's level, and this is the rating. Got a total rating of 107. So this was pretty good. And FLIO, I would like to mention that he did submit the level maybe half an hour after the deadline at midnight. So we accepted it anyway. But FLIO, you're way too perfectionistic. Maybe that's not a word, is it? I don't know. GG anyways. Thank you for the submission. Yeah, there was a lot of there were a lot of attempts to bribe me. I think it started with the intro, with the FLIO intro and a sound from my stream. You were trying to reference my hacks in any way you could, and I was trying so much. Yeah, perfectionistic. I never pronounced it, so I didn't know how to say it in English. So many references to my hacks, to my stream, and I was trying to hold back and to not let that influence the rating, of course. But I had to mention it. You did try your best. There was a reference to Telia as well, for the ones who didn't notice it. It's one of my first proper Kaizo hacks. There's a drug kind of level. You take a drug mushroom, and then the background is taken straight from that and the animation. You ran out of time and you didn't add the HDMA. That was a bit sad. And also the background is not scrolling. That's where it showed that, yeah, you were focusing a lot on the level itself, on the looks of it. And most of the setups are great, but there are some like little things that you didn't have time to fix, I guess. Also the on-off block that just doesn't have a function. I don't know if that's a troll, but I think you just forgot to add the blocks. But aside from that, an amazing level, and custom sticky ceiling conveyor blocks, extremely special. That's what gave all of us a bit of trouble, I think, because it doesn't become clear from just watching the level, I think, but you can't control Mario on the ceilings itself. Once you're attached to it, you have to deal with the speed it gives you, and also the bottom conveyor ones. So that's kind of taken from Mario Wonder, which is why the level is called Wondrous Borealis, another reference to my hacks, of course, but also a reference to Super Mario Wonder. And that makes for some setups you never played before, because this custom block is new. So that is it's really impressive. And for the most part, I really enjoyed the level. It was on the easier side execution-wise, but it took a while to figure out all the downsides, kind of all the pitfalls of that block. For instance, if you touch it, even if it goes to the left side, the ceiling, then you can't progress. That's why we had to do little jumps. So just the nature of a new custom block or any new mechanic is you have to learn how to deal with it. But it was extremely fun and extremely good looking too, I gotta say. Yeah.
I can agree with that. So really, aesthetics-wise, might be one of top tier. Let's call it just top tier, not comparing to the other, but it's just top tier. I really loved like the background, the contrast, even the conveyor belts had so different colors that you can that you know on first sight that there should be a difference between these. I was surprised at first that the one conveyor belt that you can stand on them, but you put that really at the start of the level, so I liked it that okay, now you know yellow conveyor belts can also be touched from the top and so on. But yeah, it was really fun. I think there was just one setup that was really confusing, and Dengo played it totally completely different because the on-off was not needed there. But yeah, it was hard to read and to get the timing correctly there, where you need to drop down and the shell needs to travel at the top and so on. This was really hard to read, but for the rest, really creative setups, cool gimmick, yeah, and enough classic platforming and enough variations of these kind of things. So really liked it.
I think this level has a ton of things individually that you can speak about that are very positive. For once, the fact that it uses the sticky ceiling as conveyor belts adds a different take on the whole sticky ceiling thing, right? So you're not just using sticky ceiling; you're having these conveyor belts, and that, as little as it sounds, it's actually a huge change in gameplay, and it adds to the complexity of it, and it offers something different, something new. And I personally really enjoyed it. The way that the sprite looks is fantastic as well, and the contrast in the colors of both of them in the directions is really useful. It is fantastic, and it reads really well. They are very different, very well contrasted, complementary colors, and it makes it very easy to read even for a colorblind person too, which I found really, I don't know, comfortable to see, look at, and to play as. The background is phenomenal. The parallax, like there are so many good things that are happening in this level in terms of visuals, still keeping regular munchers. So it's not trying to reinvent those negative things like the sprites that kill you and stuff like that. Is very clear in what it does. I think one nice little thing that I noticed in this level is that you see those little coins, right? I don't know what color they are, maybe purple or something. The little
Purple,
rhomboid.
yes.
Yeah, those ones. Those are coins that are not needed for anything. But if you notice in our playthroughs, we all go and try to get them all every time. You don't need to go get them. You can do the setups without, in some cases, without touching them. They're just so perfectly placed as indicators that we all go for them every time because it's just the safest way of doing it. Like it's very rare to see indicators done in a way that everyone goes for them because they're just well placed. And I thought that was something that I wanted to talk about. Like every time, if you look at our playthroughs, we all go perfectly for them. Even when it's not needed, we just go for them.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize that before, but you're absolutely right. There are also sometimes small trails, coin trails. I didn't even notice that you don't exactly need to indicate anything, but FLIO just really carefully put them in there to kind of not enforce, but guide the player towards playing this correctly and not being frustrated, I guess. So yeah,
and we
it
go
is a great
the extra
detail.
mile to go get them. I don't know. We are kind of like subconsciously attracted to them, and we go and get them. And at some point I remember playing the level. At some point, me thinking, am I gonna need these coins at some point? Because I feel like I will. Because they feel so well placed that it's like a token that I'm getting in the level for something later. So I might as well just go get them. Unfortunately, though, I ran into two issues in the level in terms of tech before the first checkpoint, and you can see it vaguely here in the videos. In order to access the checkpoint, you have to throw the shell to the on-off while still in sticky ceiling. Technically speaking, the moment you do it, you get thrown up, right? I wasn't launched up in one of my tries, which confused me. And I was like, then what do I do? Does this thing is going to propel me or not? And then it finally did it on my second try. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. So this is what I do. Like, I think it's right on the next one, right there. I try it again here. It doesn't do it. So it
Yeah, I'm
didn't
wondering.
really work.
I'm really wondering what happened there. First, I thought it was because you missed the on-off block and maybe hit the muncher. But now that I looked at it, you did hit the on-off block. I'm wondering if maybe by accident you let go of the jump button, or maybe
I did
it's
it. Maybe it was too fast and I did it. And then the second time it worked. So,
Yeah, that's what I thought,
maybe.
Spedinja. I thought he let go of jump and didn't even realize, because, I don't know, those moves sometimes feel a bit complex. You don't know what to do. Maybe you wanted to launch up yourself, and that's why you let go. I don't know. But all you have to do is you throw and keep pressing jump. But maybe it's a little problem with the custom block too. I'm not too sure about that.
It honestly could be just me dropping it. Because I have my input display there so we can see that. But in any case, that happened to me. It confused me a little bit, but that's, the problem is the user, I feel like in that case. But on the second part, the shell setup, there is a little bit of a spawn issue there. You can spawn that, what is it, like a Goomba, way too early. And then when you get there, he's already too low. So you have to be careful with that spawn. Spawning issues are terrible in SMW because they can happen. The creator might not notice, and they can really make or break a level. And also, to put on top that you don't need the on-off switch. And the moment I realize that is the moment I go for the cheesy strat of just not using the shell at all and just keeping it with me at all times. And then realizing that since I don't need the on-off switch there, why am I doing this whole extra step, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was an incredibly fun level. It flows really well. It's very, very pleasant to look at. It's fantastic to look at. And I think that's one of the things that just made me very enamored of the level at first. It's like I am having fun looking at this level. The music was also fantastic. So yeah, like that's all I have to say about it. But yeah.
Yeah. The issue you mentioned in the second part, I did run into the very same issue. Like spawning the Galumba too early, the parachute Galumba, and trying to figure out, okay, what timing do I have to use? In the whole video, I tried to explain that too, so I will upload that for FLIO, of course. That's what I mean by, and also the on-off block, you don't need it. That's a small fuck up that is just because of the tight time schedule that I was talking about. I put everybody on a very tight schedule. It's natural that at one point you just have to submit whatever you have. You can't have another round of testing, but it is a little downside. It's a little something you should tweak if you put this in your hack, of course, the whole hack that you're gonna release, FLIO, I hope, because it would be a shame if this is just only for the contest. I would love to see this.
Absolutely, would be a shame.
Yeah.
I want to see a full hack now by FLIO for sure. It's also to be said that was not the only thing that I encountered with the block. At some point, I also got stuck in the block. When I wouldn't move more, I would just like stop, and then it's like, oh, it's not moving me. So that's definitely the block.
Yeah, that's a classical bug of the sticky ceiling block.
Yeah, it's typical for the normal sticky ceiling block that you can kind of slide into it, and then I guess the inner blocks are just solid. That's why you get stuck and you can't continue. But still, it is a little. Maybe it's something you can tweak if this is a custom block anyway. I'm not sure who made it. I think FLIO made it for himself for the most part. He did have help, I guess. But it is, it is a custom block. Maybe you can take care of that or adjust the setup slightly, the gameplay. Maybe that will help for that setup. Because if you hit it on the side, if you hit the sticky ceiling block on the side, you will kind of you will be in it. That's a typical problem, yeah. But I do have to agree, especially the first part, or the main part of the level, just looks great, sounds great. It's a reference to everything I like. I'm not talking about my own hacks, but the Mario Kart music gave me huge flashbacks, like nostalgia feeling, and then the palette referring to that level in Mario Kart 2, like the autumn palette, then the two different layers in the background. It's just so much care went into making this level, and I enjoyed it so much. Just I would like to stress that. Still, none of us gave the full 10 points everywhere. Safros gave the highest rating by,
You did too.
Right.
I mean, a 10.
I gave it 10 for topic, yes, absolutely. But it's 35 out of 40 points. Safros did 38. So yeah, apparently Safros loved it the most. What do you have to say about that, FLIO?
Just regarding the aesthetics, I think it was really appealing. I liked everything about it regarding the aesthetics. So I couldn't think about anything that would have made this level better aesthetics-wise. That's why
absolutely, Safros. I think it strikes the perfect combination of custom stuff and vanilla stuff. It's, you understand what you're looking at from the get-go.
Yeah, and especially thinking back of other points of criticism we had for other levels, everything is very clear visually, even if you can't read it on site, maybe because it's a custom block. You haven't done those moves before, but those coins and the strong outlines, the color coding of the conveyor blocks, everything is very well thought out. And I think I know that FLIO worked on the aesthetics and the custom block and the looks of the level for the most time. And then he kind of ran out of time as soon as he started making the actual level. So it's even more impressive considering that he had maybe 2 days. He was streaming like crazy. He was making Lunar Magic streams. Of course, I stayed away. I was dropping in chat sometimes. And he went, no, look away, and kept making the level. He really was extremely invested. So I'm super grateful for this, for all the contributions, of course. But again, I saw how much time went into this in particular. So please give it up for FLIO one more time.
Absolutely.
GG.
FLIO.
Thank you so much for the entry. A total of 107 out of 120 possible points. That's a great rating. Yeah, thank you so much. We will now. We're in good time. We will now watch the last video, the last entry by Spedinja. Let's do it.
Do I want to win the contest? Nope. Do I want to tease Dave with more puzzle setups? Oh yes.
So, will ich den Contest gewinnen? Nö. Will ich Dave wieder mit Puzzle-Setups ärgern? Ja. Oh ja.
This is to be made for someone in particular. I prefer going for the mental victory. It's more fun anyway. Good luck, have fun. Vanilla is ugly. That's a start for sure. Is that a block?
Wow. Wow. Speddy, ist dir klar, dass die Overworld nicht bewertet wird? Also, Speddy hat mir dazu geschrieben, er versucht so ein bisschen Vanilla Level Design Contest Vorgaben sich selber zu machen.
Yeah. Pretty overworld. Wow. Vanilla is ugly. Let's go. Okay. What is this? There are clouds. Oh!
I need to avoid killing the block thingy. Block is bad. Block is evil.
So I think this is a thing where we don't want to touch this one. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what to do, dude.
Ich glaube, ich muss den Block vielleicht nicht drücken. Ja, ich muss ihn nicht drücken, jetzt verstehe ich's. Den hier nicht drücken. Zack, die beiden schnell aktivieren. Weiter. Und dann Neutral D-Pad. Das ist jetzt schon Top-Notch Level Design.
Lol. Jump.
I feel like it's a very difficult to read level, though.
Ja, da muss ich den drücken, um in den... Ich liebe dieses Level. Holy fucking shit. Language, sorry.
Let's do this. Boing. Nice. Okay, cool. Progress. Yippee. Oh no, I need to hit the switch.
I was actually clueless to that. There is no good indication either, so, you know. Okay. All right.
Der MP-Switch wäre irgendwann ausgelaufen. Schönes Detail mit dem Midway Point.
Once you figure it out, the whole section becomes much easier. I feel like the difficulty of this level, at least on this part, comes from not understanding what to do. In my case, not seeing the clouds at first was a big issue, then not understanding this part. Once you understand what to do there, everything makes a little bit more sense. In there. It's a regrab.
Love that setup where you jump around. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I was there. Okay, I need to catch it again, and something comes from down below. But no, the Goomba will wake up. Nice, cool.
Oh, balls. He ate it.
Warum ist das schon ein Super Koopa? Der ergibt gar keinen Sinn. Der Yoshi muss da weg vielleicht.
So what is happening there?
Ja, so rum. Ach ja, mein Gott. Okay, und dann hoch. Mission accomplished, Spedinja. Hast mich verwirrt. Ich hab's sogar hingekriegt und dann...
I see. It has to wake up so I can jump on it. That's the thing. I got it.
Boing. Okay.
Oh, I think I need to avoid that. That's what you do. That is quite impressive, dude. It's quite a creative section for sure. I think I need to get it in the air though.
Nice. Come on.
Once again, once you understand what to do, everything is like, oh, okay, and then you just like cruise through the level. It's indication. It's not clear. It's not a clear level.
Jetzt ist es nur noch Execution. Knowledge ist da. Jetzt muss das Gameplay sitzen. Na, oh, das Schlüsselloch.
What a level. In there. What a level.
Might as well have wondered about the random key and keel ending. Wanna know why I did it?
Love this part.
Yeah. Looks like S.
Yeah, I love the
Okay.
credits too. The credits were very detailed, and what Spedinja explained in chat briefly, that was explained in the credits too. And everything was credited so nicely. So you were so particular about where you got the color coding from and everything. So yeah, great ending. And let's just not wait any longer. We do have a winner. Congratulations. Give it up for Spedinja. He got the he got the highest rating. My God, and he didn't even want to win the contest according to his own his own title screen. But yeah, maybe that's what you do. You understate and then you you knock it out of the park. I don't know. It's great. It's amazing. I don't have much to say about it. The setups were confusing, of course. It was hard to read, but it was not as frustrating as you wanted it to be. I think I don't know, as you expected it to be for me, because the setups flowed so well and they were so creative. I actually had fun figuring them out. Usually I don't like puzzle setups that much because I just want to play a flowy level, but this had it all. Once you figured it out, it was so flowy, and it was just, sometimes I didn't even understand what I was doing, but it just worked, and I was amazed by how creative everything was and how good it looked, and I don't know, I just loved everything about it. So big GGs.
It was a wild ride to me, this level. Like from the very beginning, starting a level that starts with that everything starts with the text saying that it wants to make the player miserable in that sense, right? Like this is gonna be hell for you, and I don't want to win and take this, right? And it's all a lie. The title of the level, vanilla is ugly, and then the most beautiful level that you can imagine, that is pretty much 100% vanilla in how everything behaves. It doesn't even have a sprite killer. It has a Yoshi eating the thing just in case.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was so confused by that. Of course, I figured it out at one point, but I got it in here because sometimes I'm confused and I like to pinpoint that. But I was like, what am I doing here? Okay, the Yoshi's just killing the Super Koopa, but maybe I need to use it. But yeah, that's just what you do when you're trying to stick to the rules of a vanilla level design contest, which is usually a non-Kaizo contest, but Spedinja kind of set his own rule set. He just wanted to limit himself. That's why he made this level. It's almost all vanilla. Can you believe it? Yeah.
It really is, and it's all a lie. Everything is a lie. Like vanilla is ugly, or I want to be antagonistic towards you, the player. Like it's all a lie. It's just a fantastic level through and through. It's and I want to correct myself, because I say on this playthrough that it's hard to read, and I don't think it's hard to read. It's hard to understand. I
Yeah.
feel like it's more, what you can do with the tools that are provided. It's just you don't understand what the order of operation is, and
Yeah.
there's a little difference to that, because it tries to be puzzly. It is puzzly,
Yeah.
and this level ended up teaching me things that I had no idea either. For at the beginning, I struggled seeing that cloud. I couldn't see that cloud, and then I had to come back to this level too. So when I came back to the level of Jin Rokh, I came back to this level too, because I was like, I think I'm not seeing it. Might be me. I'm gonna take a break, and I'll be back. And then I was able to see the cloud, and then okay, there is a cloud there. I think I understand, and then I was able to go through the level. The thing with it is, it just puzzly. And at first you are confused, because yes, there is a distinct lack of indicators that make sense. But after you know what to do, and I feel like both sections 1 and 2 have one trick that will stop you there for a while, one setup that will stop you. But the moment that you realize what to do, these levels flow entirely non-stop from beginning to end. And they are just like fantastic. At the beginning, they will stop you trying to figure out stuff. Once you know it, the flow of these levels is insanely good. This level is insanely good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. It took me a while to figure out, and it was not annoying. It takes a while. Setup by setup, you have to understand what's happening. But that's exactly, again, Spedinja's style. What we know of Spedinja before is just like this. And usually, that's why he was saying, I don't want to win the contest. Dave is not going to like it, because he knows usually I personally don't like puzzly setups, but the flow as well is so good. You figured it out. You take a long while. I don't know how many minutes I needed in total, maybe 25, 30 minutes even. No idea. But then the second time I got back to the level, it almost felt like a one-shot. It was not a true one-shot, but once you know what to do, it just flows extremely well. The execution is not hard. All the tricks are very carefully set. I know that some people in chat play tested this level thoroughly, of course. because Spedinja 2 is a perfectionist apparently. So yeah, it's just the very first playthrough, the blind playthrough. That's why you're saying it's hard to read, because it's the first time you're playing the level, and then as soon as you came back, you too enjoyed it as much as I did, I think.
Yeah,
So-
it's I gotta say, this little touch of the H being asymmetrical, it's such a little detail, and I love it so fucking much. I just think that it's a stylish choice. It's a thing that was made that contributes to nothing gameplay wise, but it makes it look so good that I had to give like extra I don't know, like uh pretty points for it, because it's just so good. And I also gotta say, Spedinja, I from now on, and unequivocally, I'm a big fan of your levels. If I see a level that is made by you from now on, I will jump into it with no hesitation. That background is probably one of the most beautiful backgrounds I have seen in a hack. It's like the way it works with everything there is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for making. This was a very fun level to play.
Yeah, let me quickly just add one more thing. Um, so gameplay wise, as you already said, this was puzzly, and once you knew everything, everything was cool and was really flow. But just want to mention the creativity, because sometimes there were like setups where I just sat there with open mouth, because it was like, oh my god, this works like this, and okay, never seen this one. For example, the Galumba thing where it wakes up, I didn't knew what to do there, but I was like, do I need to take the Goomba again with me? And then it woke up, and I instantly knew what to do. And this felt so cool. And this level was just really, really fun to play, even though it was puzzly.
Yeah, which is amazing for me. A puzzle level that I actually enjoy. I don't know. I don't get it. It's probably because of the sticky ceiling. No, but that setup in particular, the Galumba waking up, took me a while, and then just as you said, I was so amazed by, oh my god, it wakes up even though it's attached to the ceiling, and then you can jump on top. It's those little details, those setups that I didn't expect. I did not expect that you can do so much new stuff that I haven't seen with sticky ceiling, and with the vanilla sticky ceiling too, with the one that I used a lot, for instance, and other people used a lot. But Speddy really came up with new and creative setups. And also the aesthetics that you mentioned, I love those little details. And there's one little detail I would like to point out at the beginning of the level. The fence kind of thing he fixed the cutoff right here. And that's something that I enjoyed so much. I jumped into this level, and this is, of course, very me, but I saw that he fixed the cutoff here, and it made me happy instantly. Of course, this is, by definition, not vanilla anymore. But it's just the type of details that I appreciate so much about people making levels and trying to make it look so good, even in detail. If you just stop and just look at the level itself, it just made me happy. And the checkpoint too, of course. Awesome. So the rating is this one, 114 out of 120 points. Of course, we didn't give you the full score, because there always needs to be room to improve. Even though I'm not sure what it would be in this case, to be honest. But where did I subtract creativity? I don't even know. Now that I look at it, I might correct myself to 10 points everywhere. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe because comparing it to FLIO, we had to compare it. It's the vanilla sticky ceiling. It's not edited that much, but it's extremely creative. Everything is just top notch. I don't know. I just enjoyed it very, very much. And I really want to get back to this level. All the levels, by the way. I myself will try to, I don't know, have a stream tomorrow, because I really want to show all these levels on stream in detail. I just couldn't in the past few weeks, because I had to prepare this event. I didn't want to spoil anything, but yeah. Of course, you too feel free to do that as well if you want, definitely. Because I know that for Dango, everybody who has to, I don't know, rate something, play something, judge it, I think we all would love to do that on stream, to have the viewer's opinion as well, and just to have the interaction as well. But for this, we had to hold back. We just had to record it and very carefully think about how are we going to judge this, how are we going to give the points and everything. So I'm really happy that I can present this on stream now. And then, yeah, of course, we have to ask the participants if we can, I don't know, put a download link for all the levels up somewhere, or maybe you want to do that yourself. I don't know. If all of you agree, we can make a zip file and put them all in one, so everybody who wants can check them out. Of course, love that. Would you guys like to add anything?
I want to say thank you. Thank you to every single one of the creators. Thank you, Nai, for thinking about me for this event. I mean, you could have chosen anyone, and you just approached me and said, like, hey, are you interested in this? And of course I was. I immediately jumped into the opportunity to be a part of this. It makes me really, really happy. I had a lot of fun with this. And it's, yeah, just thank you. Thank you to everybody involved in this. And just keep
Thank
creating and
you.
making this thing so I can sit down and complain about how everything is impossible to read. I would love to do that.
Yeah, that's what we do. We play, we stream it, we complain, but usually we mean it in a nice and constructive way, even though the nature of Kaizo is that sometimes you get salty and then you say mean things. But we don't mean it. I hope you all know that. I appreciate every single entry. And I too want to say thank you to the two of you, of course, for taking the time to rate this in such detail. Yeah, of course, this would not have been possible if I was the only one judging this and I'm presenting the whole thing. And this was a way to try and make it more objective, of course. This is the whole leaderboard. We have written down feedback as well. I will think about how to put it in the SMW central thread, how to present it to Nitrogen as well, because I think he missed the stream, but he will know the feedback, he will get it. And so will everybody who was following the contest on SMW Central, maybe, because this was mainly the German Kaizo scene, of course, who heard about this contest and contributed. But yeah, thank you so much. I was going to say something else, but I'm tired. Oh, yeah. The collab hack, because initially I said we can try and make this into a little contest collab hack, but I don't think most people stick to any kind of base ROM and to slots. So it would be, for once, it would be really hard for us to assemble it as a collab hack. It would only be 5 levels, and then every level I realized was so particular to the creator that I would kind of hope for every creator to include it in a project of his own. So yeah, I don't think we will make the collab hack. I don't want to release any of these levels in my name anyway. These are your levels, so it would feel weird for me to assemble a project and put your work under my name or anything. So I don't think we'll do the collab hack. It was an option anyway, but I don't think anybody asked me for slots, and that doesn't matter. Jin Rokh, for instance, he will put it in his hack, of course. So no, sorry, FLIO. But I really do hope that you will make a whole hack and this will be one of the levels. But of course, you're free to do whatever you want with it. All right, guys. Think there's not much more to say. Will be released not before 2026. Oh my god, we will have to wait forever.
Yeah, please mention to Nadoodle if we may put your levels, just your levels online, and then I could provide the page for it. And so
oh,
everyone
nice.
can
Okay,
download
thank
it.
you. I will close this. Should we just, it's a bit anticlimactic, I feel like, but everything's sad, and I think we should maybe find a rate somewhere and end this beautiful contest event. So that's what I think I will
Thank you
do.
so much. This was great, dude.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Was
Thank you for
fun.
making too, Naidul. I think you deserve
Yeah.
a lot of praise for coming up with the idea and you know, going through with it, contacting people, making the whole thing. I mean, you deserve a lot of, you know, credit for this thing. Otherwise, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here, and the levels wouldn't have been made. So yeah, dude, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Because you were also the one that had to take all the videos and cut them and put them together. And yeah, thank you for all the work that you put into it.
Hey, my pleasure. I had to do a sticky ceiling level design contest at one point. I'm glad that it went down like this. I'm so happy about all the entries. I had so much fun playing them. So yeah, it was a great event, and we'll see if we can make something similar in the future.